She cleaned homes for a living, barely scraping by. He lived behind high walls, wrapped in wealth. They were worlds apart. Their lives were never meant to intersect until one moment turned everything upside down. Love wasn't part of the equation, but sometimes hearts don't follow logic. Just as peace seemed within reach, life threw a curveball. Will love find a way through the chaos? Settle in for a story of pain, hope, and unexpected connection. In every African family, especially a mother's heart, there's a longing to see her child find true happiness. Sarah O'Clock, 48. Mrs. Aridi was no different. Her son Tunde was thriving in Abuja's business world, a brilliant entrepreneur, but still unmarried. She called him one evening, worry lacing her voice. "My son, when will you give me grandchildren?" "Even your cousin Whale has twins now." Tunde groaned. "Mama, not this talk again," she insisted. "If you won't choose a wife, I'll find one for you in the village," he chuckled. "No need, Mama. I have someone I'm getting to know." In truth, things weren't that simple. 00206, on the other side of town, Ada's life was a far cry from luxury. Orphaned young, she grew up under harsh conditions in a group home. At 14, she overheard the matron planning to sell her off. Terrified, she escaped into the city, surviving on scraps and sleeping in alleyways. Years passed, and she shared a one-room space with her friend Chioma, another runaway. ADAs worked menial jobs, but the burden of poverty never lifted. One afternoon, Chioma burst in. "Ada, I found something. A mansion in Asokoro needs a cleaner. This is your shot." 00408, Ade's heart skipped. "Are you sure they'll take someone like me?" Chioma grinned. "You have nothing to lose." Ade swallowed her fear. "Okay, I'll try." The next day, she stood in awe before the home. It was more palace than house. When the door opened, she met Tunde for the first time. He was polite but distant. After a short interview, he said, "You start tomorrow. 50,000 naira monthly. Cook, clean, and don't touch what isn't yours." "I don't steal," Ade replied quietly. "Good," he said, and just like that, her new life began. At a party a few days later, one guest got handsy with her. She turned sharply. "Don't ever touch me again." The man sneered, "You're just help." But before things escalated, Tunde stepped in. "Apologize," he ordered. The man scoffed. Tunde's voice turned icy. "Then leave." The man left humiliated. Ade stood stunned. Maybe Tunde wasn't just another rich man. Maybe he had a soul. 009. Time passed. Tunde began to notice her more. She was quiet, diligent, and always composed. One evening, they ended up watching football together. For the first time, Ade smiled. Really smiled. It lit up the room. Tunde saw her differently now. But his girlfriend, Boma, soon returned from her trip. Loud, glamorous, and entitled Boma filled the house with tension. Tunde grew more distant from her with every day. The spark was gone. Sarah 13, 43. One night, after a wild office party, Tunde stumbled in, tipsy. ADAs helped him to his room. "You're beautiful," he mumbled. She tried to retreat, but he kissed her. The line was crossed. The next morning brought regret. A few weeks later, Adese felt ill. A test confirmed it. She was pregnant. At the hospital, neither of them spoke. The weight of their mistake hung in the air. 017. 03. Back home, Boma and Tunde's mother were waiting. When Adese's condition was revealed, Boma exploded. "Throw her out," she shouted. Tunde stayed silent. His mother, however, stepped in. "She stays. That's my grandchild." Boma stormed out. Tunde confessed it was a mistake. His mother snapped. "Then take responsibility." He walked away, conflicted and ashamed. 002023. Adias felt abandoned. Chioma visited and gave her advice. "Make him see your worth. Don't shrink yourself." Ade is transformed. She dressed better, held her head high. Tunde noticed. Her quiet strength drew him in. One evening he blurted out, "I think I care about you." Shocked, Ade stared. "Why now?" she asked. "Because you showed me who you really are." 023. 44. They grew closer. Slowly, carefully. One afternoon, while watching a film, Tunde reached into the popcorn, then paused. His fingers brushed hers. He turned, looked into her eyes, and whispered, "Will you marry me?" Let me know if you want this in video script format or with character dialogues broken into scenes.